Hello, hello, everybody.
We are
We're
here again.
we're continuing this drawing, and quite frankly, I don't know where I was going with this.
You know,
I mean, I got an idea, but now I'm at that point of like, what do I start working on next?
I would
Uh,
think defining Peach a little more.
maybe. Oh no, what have I done?
Have
I've got the completely wrong everything.
Wait, what do you mean?
All the fucking brushes and colors and everything we're all wrong.
Oh no. Oh, thank you.
Let's see. This is the turbo layer. That's the peach layer. I almost want to make these even like poofier. Like just
Maybe.
keep,
Do you want them to like take up the whole frame, kind of?
yeah, to fill in the space. Like just push them to the maximal degree you can with these.
I mean, either that, or you could add stuff in the background, kind of like details of the setting they're actually in the scene.
Maybe, but I hate doing backgrounds.
Yeah.
I think backgrounds are hands down my least favorite thing, which is why I'll never probably be a proper artist.
See, you gotta do it to get good at it, though.
Yes, but the thing is, I don't have any fun doing anything background related. I love drawing characters. I love drawing them do shit. I don't enjoy anything about like the scene or the setting.
Solution: make the background a character.
I got it. I can make them. They live in white zone. Everything's
They're
white all the
inside. They're inside Bowser.
time. Oh
Bowser's
no!
Inside Story
Oh
too.
no! 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 I can't believe Nintendo made a whole Vor game. I actually got some. I got some weird feelings about the guys who make the Mario and Luigi games, because that's like in the previous Mario and Luigi game they had a Vor level.
And then they realized they could get away with it, so they made a Vor
They're like,
game.
guys, we slipped it through. Let's make like a whole game about it. Let's see if they'll let us do that.
The original name of the game was Inside Bowser. Horny.
Yeah, I think Peach is the next place to take this.
Start drawing her luscious locks.
Start drawing her plump.
Start drawing her luscious cock.
Oh, it's not this kind of stream yet.
We haven't evolved that far.
Let's see, I'm just kind of
Yet.
looking at this. You know, they
Does
draw
she
her.
have shorter hair?
Yeah, they make her hair shorter, and I really like it. But
I almost wonder if they like had her original hair, but had that thing like rendering on top of it, and they were like, "Oh fuck, that looks better," and just got rid of the long hair.
well, no, that's literally what they did. Is well,
Well, I
actually,
mean, like during development process,
this
like
looks
they
like
originally had the hair.
this looks like this might be an edit. You see how the discoloration of this here?
Yeah. Wait, you're right. That looks like someone fucking did that in MS Paint.
I mean, it looks like they took the real asset, but that's kind of strange.
Look her up. Look her up. Find another one.
Yeah, hold on, let me look up another one. I'm not streaming
Make
it.
sure we're game accurate sources.
Um, Shadow Peach.
Yeah, that does look edited.
I think they changed the colors around too. Because okay, here we've got one, and this looks much more. It
Early
might
on in the game.
it might not be an edit actually. And I'll show you what I mean by that.
Do you have a picture in the game where it's got that shitty discoloration?
This is another one. It's got the same discoloration. So I think what it is that this is a separate object that has a different color, and it
Either
doesn't.
that, or maybe someone did just recolor. Because the one on the right looks like how I remember her colors being.
Yeah, I kind of. And you know what? I like this more, so I'm deleting this one.
Yeah, I definitely like the purple colors in there. Better.
Yeah, because one that matches up way more with what the Shadow Queen actually looks like.
Yeah. Well, so this might still be the thing though. I wonder if they had her with longer hair and it was just like they had that collar thing render in front of it and were like, oh, that's not gonna work, and then just got rid of it.
I'm gonna.
Her hair is two pieces. I think.
I could tell you most assuredly, they took the base Peach assets. The back of her hair was already its own asset. They deleted that. And it might, yeah, it might have been that they added the collar first, and then they were like, well, let's get rid of the rest of the hair here, and just this on its own works really well.
Right, because that almost felt like the thing with Grotus, where he has that sort of collar that's like the bottom of his head, but it gets cut off by another asset, so it looks like a separate thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where like he looks like he would have a tentacle mouth or something, if not for the fact that there's a collar overlapping it.
I'm trying to conjure him up from memory. I think I remember seeing something like that, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
Doesn't the word Grotus kind of have like ball sack energy?
It has like dirty, unwashed body part kind of energy.
You know, it's probably because it sounds like scrotum. It's like Grotus.
I was gonna say more because of grody.
Maybe it's a combination. It kind of has scrotum energy and it has the grody word.
I highly doubt anyone at Nintendo is like, let's name this guy partially after scrotums.
Oh no, I'm not saying they intended it. I don't think Miyamoto stormed into the office and he was like, "You can make this game, but only if you name him Grody Scrotum." And then they fucking were like, "Let's just talk about this, man." And he went, "No."
No.
But eventually they talked him down to Grotus.
Only if you name him Scrotus.
Give him a big balls on his chin.
Alright, and...
I like the dress.
You know, I'm doing a lot with it that's not actually happening in her Shadow Peach form, but whatever.
I mean, what's really not happening with it so far? Just the puffiness in the bottom?
The puffiness at the bottom, I mean.
Eh,
So, I should say a lot, but I'm doing...
You took some liberties with the hair as well, and I really liked it on Shadow Queen.
Yeah. I mean, there's taking liberties, and then there's just, I'm kind of just fucking guessing.
Yeah. I would, because I really like the way you defined the legs in there. I would try to make that one that's going forward kind of stand out a bit in there with the wrinkles, if you can.
Yeah. Something like that.
Because I'm worried too much of that form will get kind of buried in the layers of ruffles. Which, to be fair, would be accurate.
She should be wearing, like... Because you don't really see what she's wearing. You don't really see, like, her big, beautiful feet, like, underneath the dress there.
She should be wearing nothing at all.
I think she should be wearing, like, a really... like, kick-ass, kind of, like, heeled boot.
That could be kind of neat. Are you thinking like a big chunky heel or like a stiletto?
No, I don't know. I'm kind of... let me look at this in my mind.
I almost feel like stiletto would look more evil.
Yeah, yeah. Like, hell, I should make it that she's not even, like, well, not... kind of like this. Like fucking... like fucking him from Powerpuff Girls.
Just the most intense fucking heel ever, yeah.
That might be a bit much. I kind of, because I like the idea that she's like pointing her foot downwards.
Maybe you almost want more of a ballet shoe thing then, because like with a heel, it's already going to look pointed downwards, but it won't necessarily look intentional because that's just kind of the way the heel places your foot.
I just know I like some sort of boot type thing that's conforming to the shape of her foot and her legs.
I mean, I just thought of like a... Because she usually wears kind of like a slipper, right? And then she has like tights or something on underneath.
Yeah, would that be called a slipper? It's like some kind of nice shoe.
When I say slipper, I would think like the...
Like Cinderella, yeah. It's weird that that's referred to as a slipper, because it's really... That's not really what we would call a slipper today.
Yeah, by the way, Meowstic Z says, puts the "you got this" and says, I can't hear a thing because I'm at work, but popping by to say hi. Well, in case you look back at this later, hello. And I hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Meowstic. I enjoy the encouragement. I'll do my best, just for you.
Here, I'll write some in the chat as well, since he can't hear us.
Oh, that's right, he can't hear me. Um,
I just realized as I was pressing shift, I was unmuting myself while typing.
oh man, are my roommates audible?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll have a discussion with them. I'll be back.
I'll beat them. And I would like to apologize for the comments I made about sex to women. It was not okay. It was not okay.
It was
I fucked up.
Learning,
It
we're
was
paying attention.
it was
Yeah, I'm
messed up,
growing
Nick.
as a human
We're
being. I'm
growing as
growing.
people.
Is what's going on.
Man, I really shouldn't be.
We're gonna take a little break from YouTube and try to sort out our thoughts.
Oh, were you on break for that? They didn't hear my comments about sex to women.
No, they didn't.
Oh, I didn't actually say anything, guys. It was a little comedy joke. I didn't say anything bad. I'm a good boy. I promise. Nah, I kind of wanted to act as though I was talking the whole time because I didn't realize Laken was serious when he said he was putting it on a break. So I just kept talking and probably got cut off like as it went to the BRB. And I was like, I'm just gonna make it seem like I was rambling the whole time.
I want to do this too.
It's just rambling. It's just locker room talk.
So this is like
I was trolling.
I imagine
Just trolling.
I imagine Peach is wearing like some sort of corset, right?
No, she just
Yeah.
naturally has no rib.
So what that's gonna be doing, it's gonna kind of be forming. It's gonna do a weird thing where it's gonna be pulling her, or I shouldn't say weird. It's gonna be doing a thing where it's pulling her dress against her breast, but it's not gonna be like perfectly form fitting.
Yeah.
So like that's what creates the kind of big poof shape like this.
Yeah. I see what you're going for. Don't forget that gem she has in the middle of the teats as well.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's a big one.
It's a big fucking gem.
You know what?
Also, it looks like it's fastening the cloak together.
Yeah, it kind of does. You know what? I can go... Not entirely, but I can... Ah, shit. I can kind of... The way the gem is sort of fastening it, I can almost lower the cut of it just a little bit. Like, you see the way that is? How you can see? That's probably more of her neck.
Yeah, you can if you make the gem a little smaller, you'd be showing a little more cleavage probably. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Well, I'm saying I could just pull down the top of it just a bit. Not to where... I don't think you'd see... I still want to do the gem really big, actually, but... I don't think
it's fun having it big.
Like, I don't think you'd see cleavage, but, yeah, the cut would be a little lower than what it would probably normally be on her.
Okay. Also, on a mostly unrelated note, I think there's a problem with the way human beings were designed. You cool if I air this one out?
Okay, you've jumped way into, like, a grand area of philosophy when we were just drawing a second ago.
That's
So-
right. That's
so by all-
may I proceed?
By all means, air your grievances.
Okay, so here's my grievance. You eat a bunch of food, get a big sloppy belly on you, right?
Right?
Disgusting. Imagine if instead, because you know what you have two of actually, is two ass cheeks. So imagine you eat food, okay? It fills up one ass cheek, gets processed, turns into poopy, fills up the other ass cheek. When you're ready to let it go, you peel those suckers apart and you splat it out, and you don't get a big belly. You just get a big fat ass. So if someone could get right on that.
I think that's by far one of the most heinous things that's ever been said on this stream.
Fuck you mean? Big saggy ass for a fat person. You don't get a big belly. Belly. It's
So
smooth. You get a
everyone
big
just
ol'
looks
ass.
like they're wearing a fucking diaper all the time.
Well, no, because you're missing the genius of this, right? You still
Yeah.
gotta sit on something. You sit on your ass, squeezes the food through the digestion system into the other cheek, squeezes it out the cheek. You shit yourself, but you're not fat.
Jesus Christ.
Did you ever consider how much more efficient it would be?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Alright.
Jesus Christ, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ!
God, Jesus Christ.
The Lord Jesus didn't die on the cross for you to say that.
Well, he didn't die with a big ass full of food either. Did you even consider the possibilities?
There's fucking possibilities. This just sounds like a gross fetish.
No, this sounds like a more efficient human being. You're not even considering it.
You're considering it too much.
I don't think you're considering it enough. Fucking Darth Vader at the end of Episode 5 of Star Wars, he was like, "Join me, Luke, and I will make your ass the greatest."
Oh god, that's the wrong.
I'll make your ass the biggest string portal.
I didn't realize it was coming out as
The
Ganon
fastest
until like halfway through. I flat out remembered the line wrong. This is what like sick brain is for me. I just start remembering things wrong.
You have fucking YouTube poop brain rot.
Oh, speaking of like YouTube poop brain rot, I was watching. Grace has been showing me Drawn Together recently, and I've been laughing my fucking ass off at it. Like a hyena. It's really good.
Nice.
It has that kind of like early 2000s YouTube poop kind of humor, which I really enjoy.
Kind of is that. I think it was trying to be like a competitor with South Park at the time.
Yeah, you can definitely tell like it's it's trying to piss some people off for sure. But I really like that. Like I like humor that's kind of pushing against boundaries a bit. I think it's really funny.
Sheesh.
What are you gonna do about her big pointy sleeves?
That's what I'm kind of figuring out here.
I almost want to say the perspective on the gem is maybe a little off.
How so?
So like, one, it looks like the left edge of it is pointed down more than the one on the right. And I would think it might be the other way around. Do you kind of see? Like, look at the corners on the left and right sides.
I don't know. It's something I'll take care of later.
Okay, yeah, it's probably not a big problem for the moment.
Yeah.
Whoops, I just like I just messed up everything on my end. I like paused the Twitch stream and zoomed out of the Discord one.
Man, look at all that arm.
That's so much arm, dude. Look at all that fucking aliasing on the arm, man. Oh god.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wish my wife had aliasing.
Oh god. Oh, all 7 pixels.
High quality image.
Oh god. I saw a little bit of her ankle. Oh.
Jesus.
That's me jerking my wiener.
Armpit short.
It smells bad. Oh, I can't make the sound on.
Christ, can you try not to make my stream the grossest fucking thing on the internet?
Oh, come on, Laken. He's just being social.
I'm just being social.
He's just making conversation.
He's just making conversation.
Conversation? Like
Starring King Kong.
Wrong Kong.
Conversations with King Kong.
Starring Monkey Dong.
And he's Big Schlong.
No, it was the dong was already there. You didn't have to bring in another penis word.
Oh well, come on. You're no fun.
There was a good moment in that. There was a good moment in that one Drawn Together episode where they're trying to like convince the one guy that he's gay. And they're doing like a gay test from like a box where they're trying to show him like they're like showing him pictures and he has to say like the first thing that comes to his mind. And there's a point where they're showing different things. They show like a log, and stuff. They show him a picture of Woody Woodpecker, and they hold it up 3 separate times, and he goes, Woody, Wood, Pecker. And they're counting it, it's like each one's a word. There's a lot of really good gags in that show.
It's like too fucking small.
What, the fingers?
The hand.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see now. It didn't really bother me until you said something. I think maybe the wrist might come in a bit too much.
Yeah.
But she's getting into twig territory a tiny bit. I always have like a million notifications whenever I open up Twitch, and I don't ever care about any of them.
I don't know what any of them are ever for.
It's like some kind of Prime shit, I guess, because Amazon Prime owns them. But like, I don't know, it's like they're giving me anything I want.
For me, it's always. For me,
Go ahead.
it's like, here's a subscription to this channel, and it's like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, like it's giving me like quote unquote free games, but I click and it's like start your free trial. Like that's not a free game. You're lying to me.
Alright, if I'm gonna have.
Don't need a damn cabinet full of cleaners.
Shitting me?
Are you shitting me? I love that fucking like that series of outtakes from Billy Mays where he's just having that really bad day. Because there's the one part
Cabinet full of cleaners.
Yeah, there's the one part that's really like fucking intimidating where he's like looking off to the side and he goes, "Who was that? Find him." And I like they never give any context as to what that was about or what came of it. So I like to think a man was killed that day. Oh, Undertale music.
That's right.
On the Stram.
All day, every day.
On the Strim, thank you, ma'am.
Get on the floor and scram. Oh, is that her arm?
You know what? It's gonna be down that much. I should actually. Actually bring this much lower, so that way your shoulder's kind of like at an angle like that.
Yeah, I think that might actually, because I was looking at it, it seemed like the arm might be a little far forward.
Because yeah, if the arm was up this high over here, it's like she's putting her arm up.
Yeah, it did look like that.
Just trying to figure out what to do with the rest of it.
Oh, I think I kind of see the pose you're going for now. Is she gonna be like kind of facing the camera with like her head pointed upwards, doing like an evil laugh?
Something like that. Like it's some kind of like fabulous sort of pose.
Yeah, that's gonna look really good with this. Okay, I wasn't quite sure what the pose was you were going for with Peach, but I think that's actually a really good one.
Because yeah, you got Shadow Queen in the background being all ominous, and then Peach up front, like her taking control of it, being all like she's getting free and is able to like do her thing.
Yeah, it's a fun contrast between the two.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give the Shadow Queen hyper realistic nipples?
Oh, of course. I mean, what else? How else can you do this?
It's not art if it doesn't have hyper realistic nipples.
It doesn't have female presenting nipples.
It doesn't have female presenting nipple. Oh,
No.
Can you hear anything in the background of mine? I'm not sure if Discord's like removing the noise or not.
No, I'm not hearing anything.
I hear nothing.
Okay, cool. Grace was like mopping the floor with our electric thing, so it's going in the background.
I'm always surprised
That's not too bad of a sound.
by how much apparent noise is supposed to be going on that you always tell us about and is just never heard.
Yeah, not even a train. Even a fucking train.
I mean, it's all Discord then, because it's not my mic doesn't
Discord,
cancel any of
man.
that shit out like on its own. Discord's just doing a bang up job.
Nick, when are we getting the train?
The stream wants to
Yeah,
know,
Discord,
where's the
you doing
train?
bang
Let's
up
promise a
job, yes,
train.
sir.
I mean, sincerely, if you want to hear the train, I just have to stream again because all the stuff Discord removes doesn't get removed on my stream. So if it's my stream, you do hear the train because I just have it going through OBS. Well, maybe not. I did make some changes to how it captures my voice since last time I streamed. So it very well might not pick it up this next time. Who knows? I have yet to actually test it with the train going by for real. I should have Grace just run by the room, like making train noises, test it out.
Should have this. I should have this form fitting and tight against your dress. It's not like flying around all loosely.
Yeah, I never got the impression it was like a separate thing.
It's like a separate thing, but it's held tightly to it.
Yeah, like it's like hemmed down or something on the edges.
Right. I just wanted to add like some extra poof to it.
Yeah.
Oh man, what am I doing having this at fucking 100% opacity?
Oh yeah, you usually don't sketch like that, do you?
I usually don't. I do when I forget to go back from eraser. You know?
Oh, because eraser you just put on all the way.
Yeah.
I see. I see. I think that's the one thing. I think that's the one thing GIMP would have over this is that I think it does the opacity different for each tool. Not that I'm recommending you use GIMP to draw this.
No, this does too. It's that I'm not switching to a different tool. It's that there's this option that it turns the current tool you're using into an eraser.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like there is actually a separate eraser tool even.
And that one does keep its own like opacity.
Yeah, yeah. Every brush keeps its own opacity. It's just that when I switch back to making this a pencil again, I just forget to hit this here, which just resets it. Oh, to which no one can see on stream. But it's there's a thing at the top that resets it back to normal. But if I don't hit that and instead I just turn the eraser part off, it keeps the opacity that I changed it to.
I see, I see.
Which is like very interesting and cool, and I think everyone really wanted to know that.
Everyone really wants to know, how does the software work?
You know, I don't think that's exactly right. I think it needs to come more.
Yeah, I think with the angle it would be more run. Yeah, like towards the.
Well, yeah, because it's it splits down the center, which would be about here.
How far down does it usually go, like compared to her leg?
It just kind of hugs her hips.
Okay, yeah.
So I think just having it go to about, you know.
You might actually want the other one to show in the front of it, like the one on our left or right.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm just kind of looking at it a bit to see exactly. I may even want to. Oh shit. Bring this in a bit because I might be having it go off too much.
She has too much ass.
No, it's more like it's creating like a weird shape, so it's suggesting a shape for this that it's not.
Yeah.
Whereas
it looks like it's like flowing off of it a little too much.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's more. It also makes it kind of almost look more forward-facing looking than it really is.
Than it really is. You might want to have that one also come off the dress a little less.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting its center part down sort of first.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I already know ahead of time what's kind of wrong and not working. I don't need your fucking criticism.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just a big steaky guy. I give big steaky feedback on everything I see.
Well, I was already working on it, and I was ahead of it, and I noticed it before you did.
Oh, well. There was a funny it was like a YouTube short where a guy was like playing as a character, and he made it like a song where it's from the perspective of a guy who says like, I set you up for that one, under his breath when you like make a joke out of something he says. And he's like talking about how like, I just want everyone to know like the funniness that happened here today only happened because I was there to facilitate it. I am a charming and funny guy. I just want everyone to know that.
You're intelligent.
I'm very intelligent.
Well, you know, everyone likes it when you make it known that you're like the smartest person in the room.
If you want to come
Yeah,
off as charming,
absolutely.
just tell everyone that you're really charming.
Matter of fact, just say it over and over again. They you know, they're too stupid. They need the point beaten into their heads.
As Albert Einstein once said, I am so smart, I am so smart, I am so smart, I am so
Smart.
smart.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
As Albert Einstein once said, no, you're stupid, you're stupid, no, 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 you're stupid.
You don't have hair crazies, mind, idiot.
Have you ever heard Have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that Albert Einstein was just an idiot? Not like entirely an idiot, but like everything that he was looking into was stuff that was already being it looked into and studied in the field of what was it, theoretical physics already well ahead of him, and that he was just going around patenting everything and taking the credit for it.
So while I certainly don't think he was an idiot, he did have to like put some effort in to understand a lot of things. I think it is provable that he did refer to a lot of pre-existing works without crediting them.
If you're right, if we're to assume what Laken just said is as true, then he wasn't an idiot. He's pretty fucking smart.
Well, there was this
steal shit from people.
You know what? He's just smart, just in a bad way.
He's the street smart instead.
Well, so the other thing I'd say is, like, I guess it would depend based on how he used it. Because if he's, like, referring to pre-existing ideas without... Like,
it's not like he didn't understand the stuff, but it's not exactly like he was the one pushing it, if what I'm saying is correct.
Yeah, if we are to assume the conspiracy theories...
The thing I was going to get at with it is, like, can we... Excuse me, I don't know. Can we say he stole things if he's, like, referring to pre-existing research but not taking credit for it, just maybe not crediting the person? Like, he's just saying this is a fact and not establishing where he got the information. That's what I recall it being.
I would still call that very dishonest, and yeah, sure. I would even call it stealing, so far as you're not
Well, you'd get F on a college paper for less.
Like, you'd probably get kicked out for that.
Yeah, you know what? Colleges have like insane rules on plagiarism. Like they will put your ass to the fucking curb.
I don't think they're insane when that's someone's entire fucking livelihood.
Oh no! To be clear, I'm not saying insane as in like they shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, you're talking about the level of
like they go crazy with it. That also sounds negative. I'm trying to say like they go really in depth. They go hard with the
right. It's intense. They're intense.
Intense would be a word. Yeah.
They're pretty crazy, man.
Once again, for everyone in the stream, you know, I'm a little under the weather, so if I say anything extremely objectionable, things that you would maybe come to my house.
If he says the N-word, he wasn't actually trying to
if he says
anybody. It's completely out of his control.
Listen, if he says anything like racist or offensive, he totally meant it. I hear him talk like this all the time.
They say mild sickness is nature's truth serum, really. So if I say anything horribly racist or homophobic or sexist or you know, transphobic or anything like that, it's entirely coming from a genuine place. I just want everyone to know that. I'm nothing but honest. I'm a big loving guy.
He hates all you people, and he does mean you people. I'm not gonna say which ones.
And when I say you people, I mean that in whatever sense you just took it.
Just take that with what you will. Take that however you will take it.
Take that with a grain of salt, or maybe a grain of pepper, whatever you hate.
Maybe several grains of salt. Maybe over season it rather.
Take that. You know what? Take it with the whole factory of salt.
Take the whole shaker. Take the fucking shaky part off the lid. Just dump it on.
Nick, I'm gonna try out what you said with the ballerina shoes, because she is kind of doing like a little ballerina thing here.
First of all, I never said that, and I want that stricken from the record. Okay, so like, don't put words in my mouth.
Overruled. That's staying in the record.
Can he do that?
Overruled. Mr. Gambino.
Chris, can you do that?
Huh?
Can he do that?
He do what? Overruled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Uh-oh. Somebody has left to the Discord.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
okay, back.
He's just being a stupid.
I'm just being a big loser.
He's just being a big dummy idiot.
Nick, you gotta get your
Big loser
little
poo-poo baby.
you gotta get your little fella like rigged up and animated.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
little
fun.
fella.
I was gonna make
Does
that
it
like
work?
kind of a surprise thing for my stream, but I'm comfortable telling people I just didn't figure it out in time to like have it be a thing. I still want to do it. I was gonna do it the next time I streamed, which was like by that I mean the last time I streamed, but I couldn't figure it out by then, so I just dropped it. But I'm planning to
should
pick it back up at some point.
apologize.
I might.
Why?
Same as you, Nick. I have a little bit of a cough as well.
Ding 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 ding.
You
Yeah, I
know,
would like to apologize. For
I
my
might do
cough.
this.
I'm
I might do this
particularly
ballerina
fucked.
shape, but then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this stuff wrapping around her, and I'm gonna texture it like the Shadow Queen's body.
Oh, okay. Like a little. You might want to have it kind of hanging off a bit as well.
Yeah, even.
Like have it stop around like her ankle or something, and have it kind of like drag off a little bit. I suppose like a little piece of it fly off.
Nah, I don't think that'll. Maybe you can maybe even do it at the bottom.
Maybe I did like a motion with my mouse, and then I realized you can't fucking see that.
You big idiot.
It just needs to be. It doesn't need to be too
Fucking
much.
jerk off.
It could just be a tiny piece, but then I can give it like. I can then
Like,
get.
can you strike Chris calling me an idiot from the record? It hurt my real feelings.
For your real feelings? Oh, you cried?
No, it's
Baby?
no,
man?
it's detrimental testimony against the opposing party. It stays.
Big squirt. I
Oh.
squirt for my baby.
He's talking about squirting, Your Honor. That's
Oh,
not
no.
cool.
It's
Oh.
relevant to the case. It stays.
Mm. Uh-oh.
You know, we're entering this really weird era where people are actually getting
It's
familiar with like courtroom stuff.
Yeah.
It's very strange. But only certain courtroom stuff. Apparently, we didn't need to see anything to do with what's her face.
I might not have it turn. I was gonna have it like turn into a little hand, but
I'm gonna stop talking right there about that because
I know, that could be cool, the hand thing.
could be, but not if it bulges out like that much.
That's true. I don't like big bulges. Don't listen to what anyone says about it. It's not true. I don't like it, so I don't want anyone bringing it up again.
Bulges.
Stop.
Bulges.
Stop.
You know, there's a lot I could say right
Stop
now.
what?
Stop.
Stop what?
Laken, can you overrule him?
What about bulges? Go on.
Do me a solid, man.
Share the class. Go on.
No.
He's gonna keep doing this, man.
Well,
Your fault.
well, maybe you should stop drawing bulges in the classroom.
No. Overruled. I'm doing it now. Overruled.
My stream.
Overruled.
My stream.
stream.
Overruled.
My
It's my
stream.
stream.
Overruled. Overruled is
Nick,
my
he
stream.
got you there. That is a true statement.
No, it's my stream now. Overruled.
He's spitting facts.
Welcome everybody. Nick Jam
spitting
Variety
facts.
live stream. Today we're drawing Princess B.
And like he made fun of me on his stream, and I can't do anything about it.
I can't make it my stream because it's him.
He called me names like fat and idiot and dumbass
Oh, you can hear me. And fat idiot.
and fat idiot and fat dumbass and fat idiot dumbass. And
You
They
guys,
really went all out, coming out with really creative names.
you guys keep asking me to mediate for you two, and I'm just not even paying attention.
mediate.
Laken, can you ban him from the stream?
No.
Yeah, he can't do that because I'm a lifeblood of this stream. I keep it alive. Let's be honest.
I don't even have.
Viewers
well-
in the chat, if you're watching for Chris, can you please give a little "We love Chris" in the chat?
Yeah,
I think
what?
coming off of there would be fine.
Give a what?
That's kind of where I was talking about. Yeah,
We love Chris.
that was where I drew my
Fucking-
little mouse. Yeah, give a little "We love Chris" in the chat, and give a little "Boo Chris, you suck" if you hate Chris. This is the interactive portion of the stream.
Yeah. Nick, if I ever
Oh,
described
man,
to
look
you,
at that guy. That guy did it. He even gave me a little heart. That's cute.
No one did anything. What are you talking about?
Oh, he said, I got
Oh.
an anonymous. I got an anonymous tip.
That's you, you fuck. You do this at least once every stream.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nick, have I ever described to you what the seal of the Virginia courts looks like?
I don't know if you have.
It is Lady Justice,
that's
bare-breasted, running a spear into a king, and it says Sic Semper Tyrannis.
That's fucking epic.
I know, right? That'll get you arrested in a lot of places.
That's fucking. This country used to be hardcore, man.
I know.
Fucking killing kings and shit.
You know, at one point they made her cover up the breast, and then they brought it back.
We're bringing back the titty boys.
Titty boys.
No, not the titty boys.
Man, I miss the titty boys. They used to walk around with their big old titties.
I love the titty
huge
boys.
beer guts.
My father was a titty boy.
We used to bring the
And
kids.
his father before him.
We used to bring the kids around to see the titty boys.
Oh, I just realized my comment probably got automatically removed from the thing. When we were doing the We Love Chris and We Hate Chris bit, I put a comment in the chat that said something like, I fucking hate Chris, I hope he dies in a horrible fire.
Did it get...
I think YouTube just forcibly removed that before it even got posted.
Oh, that sucks. Let me look.
Because YouTube
I don't know if
knows
that's
you're being
anything you can do.
disingenuous.
YouTube sometimes does shit.
YouTube knows you're
I
being
thought I had it
disingenuous.
set up for as many people as possible to be able to type the most heinous things they can think of, but...
It could also have been my YouTube tab where I typed it in had like a connection issue and I had to refresh it, so it could have been something like that.
Well, you know, type it in again just to make sure we got it.
But Miss Susan Worcestershire will say otherwise.
Make sure you do it in a way that gets you like banned too.
And
You know, don't do it in case they do something. I don't want you.
yeah, Susan Worcestershire might come to your doorstep and say, "Hey, man, that's not. We need to take you down."
This
It's
ain't
okay, I'm
working.
covered. I think it was just a connection issue. It came through this time.
Covered in what?
Yeah. Will it show the whole message? How big do your like comment boxes get on the side? Do they adjust longer boys?
I think so. I think they might shrink the text if it's long enough. If it's big enough to necessitate.
Okay. Weird, my YouTube tab keeps getting out of sync. Okay, you know what? It's better now. I think it was actually just my internet. Though my message still hasn't come through. Let me see if it's still up.
Huh. God, how did I do that?
It's in the actual YouTube chat though. So at least it'll live forever there.
I'm gonna have to skedaddle for a little bit, but I shall be back later.
All right, we'll see you around, Chris.
Fuck, Chris.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I may be back in if you guys are still running.
All right, we might be. See you in a bit,
Okay.
Chris.
Bye-bye. If I ever see that crusty motherfucker in real life again, I will beat him senseless. I will show him the wrath of God.
Man, ain't you guys like brothers or something?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Whatever gave you that idea, besides the fact that we have the same last name and we grew up at the same home address, both of which I shall list out right now?
And we used to have sex with each other.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not true. It's fake. It's not real.
You used to blow each other all the time.
No, you used to do that. You used to do that with
No.
your dad.
No, I'm pretty sure it was you. It was you and your brother. It was you and your brother in your house.
It was you and my brother. It was you and my brother and your dad all blowing each other in a big circle.
Why are you projecting?
It was you and your brother and your dad, or it was you and my brother and your dad and my other brother, and they were all making a big square blowing each other.
Oh man, did you hear George Bush flubbing a line?
the decision of one man to invade Iraq.
That's the funniest fucking
invade
shit
Ukraine.
ever.
All right.
It's like, how do you screw that up?
You played yourself. How did you do it that bad?
All these years later, you should have just stayed quiet. Why did you do a talk?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys don't don't disappear out of the public eye when they probably should.
Well, George Bush kind of did for a bit. All he'd do is like stay on his ranch in Texas and paint.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure the thing is I'm pretty sure he's still been doing like just interviews and shit. It's just we don't see it until he like fucks up like this.
Which, Christ, what a fuck up. Oh my god.
I mean, like this goes in the accidentally based category for me.
Well, yeah, but based against himself.
It's never too late to have a little character arc.
Well, what is George Bush going to be getting up? I think the Iraq War was a travesty, and the men
Whoever
involved,
did that should pay.
yeah, the evil men, not me, who were involved.
He gets all the soldiers killed. That would be what he does. He's like, we gotta take them down. Everyone who voted for the guy that did it needs to go down.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
He tries to like bury the fact that he had any involvement.
If that's even possible.
He's like burning like 3 history books thinking he's like doing it. That's it. That's it. The last piece of evidence.
I got all the history books.
I think they're gonna forget. I really think they are.
You know, it's occurring to me that it's kind of a miserable state of things to know that the entirety of your lifetime, meaning my lifetime, is going to go down as one of the darkest periods in U.S. history.
Yeehaw.
Like, the entire moment from when I was born up until now has just been a fucking travesty.
Yeah, it'll certainly be a fun period for the history books to look back on. I only wonder how they'll write about it. Like, what will they say? Will it...
It'll be like, what the hell were they thinking? We're so mad.
Well, what I'm wondering is, will it be from a perspective where they're looking back and being like, what a bunch of fucking crazy people? Or will they be looking back and agreeing with it? The second one I find more terrifying.
I certainly hope they're gonna look back and go, what the fuck was wrong with these people?
But I guess the question is, will like propagandizing kind of factor into the historical perspective on these things? Like, will it be so prevalent that it affects everyone's idea of it?
I think America's kind of taking a turn now. It's kind of going into its cycle back again, where it's swinging the other way.
I hope so.
Well, I would like it if it didn't do that, but I'd rather have it swing back the other way than stick over here for as long as it has.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate fucking war.
I
hate
mean,
stupid shit. I just want people to be free and happy.
Let's also remember that this is about how scary and bad shit looked to like our parents in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean we like we're in a state right now where like the U.S. has formed a literal ministry of truth. I think things are gonna get a little worse before they get better.
Probably. I'm just over here drawing titty.
And I think only good thing an honest man can do, you know, draw titty.
In this day and age, probably.
Probably more honest than a lot of people. And I ain't saying that to like stroke your ego or nothing either. I'm not one for stroking things. I ain't gay. You might have heard some rumors, but it's not true.
I don't want to do this.
Whoa. Neat.
Oh, what, you haven't seen that before? I do this.
I don't know if I've seen you just rotate the canvas on stream before, actually, no.
Oh, yeah, I do this sometimes if I need to get it at a different angle.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to do. I just didn't realize you could do it so easily like that.
Oh, yeah. Art
That's
tools.
pretty fucking cool, mate.
Art tools are really good nowadays. Even the free ones.
Yeah, I honestly should probably try more digital art stuff. Because the most I do is really pixel art. But it'd be neat to kind of learn actually drawing. Not that like pixel art isn't drawing, but it's definitely not the same thing as like I don't know, doing what I would do with a pencil on a screen.
As an illustration. That's
Yeah.
backwards, isn't it? I'm seeing.
It has been a while since I've been like
Yeah,
actually sick. I fucking hate it. I want it to stop.
Fucking. Yeah, the fucking thumbs on the inside here. Yeah. Why am I getting so confused on something this easy? Jesus.
I get mixed up on fucking hands way more often than I'd like to admit. Even when I'm drawing clowns, I'll sometimes put a fucking thumb in the wrong place.
I think it'd be funnier to just keep it that way once.
Yeah, give one clown fucked up thumbs. I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, they're just that fucking guy from JoJo who just has like 2 right hands.
That guy has like a fucking completely different name between the English and the Japanese one, because they call him centerfold in the English one.
Yeah.
Or when I say English, I mean like the subtitles of the Japanese one as well, because they do that thing where they change names. But in the Japanese one, he's like Jay Guile.
Oh, so he's just straight up Guile.
Yeah. But he's fucking centerfold, which is like a different like reference, I guess, because it's the song. But like, yeah, I don't know. I always found it weird how they do that with names in JoJo. It's never been my favorite thing about it.
I don't like this.
The arm.
The hand.
Maybe just have it. Maybe just have it kind of also going out. Like, I'm trying to describe what I mean. Like kind of flat, but the wrist is bent sort of backwards, I suppose. Do you know what I mean?
I don't.
Like
No.
if you did your hand like you're about to high five someone.
I'm really not sure what you mean, actually.
I'm trying to describe this. It's a hard thing to describe. I'm just realizing now that, like, how do I describe directions of hand? So hold your hand up like you're about to give someone a high five.
Yeah.
And then, without moving your wrist or your fingers, put that hand down to your side. Wait, I'm just now realizing that wouldn't even look the way I want it to in this picture, would it? It would have to be like the opposite of that.
I was initially thinking that I would have to change what the arm looks like to do what you're describing, what I think you're describing. No, maybe not.
I didn't unmute myself. You might have to, because I think her elbow would be going.
Well, it's kind of
or
it's kind of weird and ambiguous what's even going on here.
I think if you were to do that hand position, her elbow would be facing away from the camera, and you'd have her, whatever the fuck your inner elbow is called, facing toward the camera.
Well, it's called an inbo.
Inbo. It's called a bimbo. I usually, honestly, in conversation, I do typically just refer to it as an inner elbow. Mostly because I think it's funny and I can't think of another word to call it.
You know, I know this is like off topic and tangential and has nothing to do with anything. It's kind of like a weird thing to be getting into right now. I am tired of the way women sexualize men. It's fucking disgusting. And I think it needs to stop. I think it needs to stop on Twitter.
All right, keep it coming.
No, that's it.
Okay, so now that you're done, here's why you're sexist. First off, women don't have penises, so they can't get a penis jerk off hard on. So like, the fact you would even insinuate that
Nick,
women find men attractive.
Nick, it's I'm saying that while I'm drawing this.
I was just trying to find a way to make a joke out of it. Like, okay. You took this drawing as like a sexual thing? I kind of just thought it was a little cartoon character.
Well, I mean, there's sexual elements to it.
Like what?
I mean, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I look like stepping out of the shower. What are you saying?
Oh shit! Are you one of the breasty boys? What did we call them earlier?
I already forget. Was it like a titty boy?
Titty boy. I think breasty boys is better because it sounds like Beastie Boys. It's like one letter off of Beastie Boys.
The breasty boy.
The breasty boy.
That's my favorite fucking boy band right there is Breasty Boys.
Were the Beastie Boys considered a boy band?
Oh, probably not, honestly. I have this horrible thing where if someone says Beastie Boys, my brain has a 50-50 chance of picking out the Beastie Boys or the Backstreet Boys. They're not even similar, it's just the name.
Not even remotely the same. Like Beastie Boys was
if I think about it, I know exactly which one
well,
you're talking about.
Well,
But,
what would you call the Beastie Boys? Rap rock?
Rap rock, I guess. That's such an odd thing. Well,
That's a term, isn't it?
is it hip hop? Their music?
I guess just hip hop. There's like a little bit of a rock element to it.
It's like particularly aggressive hip hop. Like they're like yelling at you.
Yeah. I mostly just always think of No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That one doesn't always come across to me as like totally.
Yeah, that
aggressive.
feels like rock. That feels like rock.
Maybe that's why
It's
I'm
that
thinking
guitar.
that. They're not always like that, are they?
No, maybe that's a tough one. They feel like they're on a boundary between like rap, rock, and hip hop, somewhere in that like sauce, for lack of a better term. Even though I'm certain there is one. Get lost in the sauce. You overdose on sauce.
You ever overdose on the sauce, boy?
Well, I tell you, better get off that sauce. Ain't nothing good can come of it. Ain't nothing good can come of it. I tell you, one time I was drinking that there sauce. One time, my mama found me the next day.
Man, we gotta fucking watch the Green Mile soon because I keep wanting to make Green Mile jokes.
Yeah, I have not seen it. You said it was really good, and I asked Grace about it, and she also said it was really good.
It's really good.
I'm getting a consensus here.
Like I it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, I always heard it was good, and then you watch it and you're like, oh yeah, that's why.
That's why I kept hearing things about it on account it was actually good.
I forgot that sometimes people like things because they're good.
I forgot sometimes people's opinions
I'm-
aren't wrong.
I'm so used to people liking crap that I forget that sometimes people have a consensus because things are actually good.
I'm so used to Twitter that I forgot sometimes opinions could be right.
I need to pick a different like push button for when I'm talking because right shift is not doing it for me anymore.
Keeps getting me all jumbled up.
Do you have any idea what the plot of the Green Mile is?
It's about Shrek's mile-long green ween.
Okay, like a legitimate answer though.
Is it a football movie?
No. Okay. Perfect.
Is it
Don't
a prison movie?
never look up anything about it and we'll watch it.
It seems that John has joined the call.
Jonathan, how's it going?
Yangerbill, what's up?
John?
All right, I have a new key.
I just got a preview of the cheesecake I'm getting tomorrow, so as
Oh,
to push me
shit.
to work.
Someone's got a very special day tomorrow. John's getting
Right.
circumcised.
Finally.
I was gonna say they were gonna. I was gonna say they're putting me down.
He's gonna enter into a covenant with our Lord Jesus Christ.
No, circumcision is
It's a
just
covenant with.
it's just with God. It doesn't have to be Jesus.
Oh, but he's certainly invited.
I guess if you're Christian, it would be Jesus. But if
Well,
you're,
but also Jesus made it so that you don't need to do it anymore.
but we still do it anyway.
Yeah, some do. I said, fuck God. I got an extra layer put on just to keep him away.
Fucking.
I just imagine someone going to a penis restaurant and ordering a cock with extra foreskin.
Man, I wish the people who are like the kind of activists that are against infant circumcision were like a little less fucking insane and goddamn crazy and make it the idea look bad.
Yeah, like the fucking Silent Hill guy.
It's never like someone who's just rationally like, yeah, I think it's just kind of fucked up that we're doing that to children.
I mean, that's kind of my position on it. Is like I don't see any need to do it to my child. It doesn't seem to actually have any benefits like people seem to have thought it did years ago. So I don't see any problem with not doing it. If my child were to grow up and decide they want to do it, they always have the option.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's a weird fucking thing that it's like gotten as far as it has. Have you ever read like how the Old Testament Bible talks about uncircumcised people?
Doesn't it call them like animals?
Dude, it fucking talks about like how they're going straight to hell and talks about how they're going to be tormented for eternity.
The Old Testament?
Maybe not Old Testament actually. Wait, this wasn't old. It couldn't have been.
Because the Old Testament wouldn't really mention hell.
You know what? Maybe I'm conflating like Dante Alighieri's writings as well.
Hell's kind of a concept that comes up in, like that's a very important Christian idea. It doesn't really show up in Judaism.
Right. Yeah. I think I am conflating some things. Because as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I'll have to find what specific verse it was. I forget what it was. Grace, you know how this came up. She was describing. She was talking about Nephilim, like the angel human people.
The children of angels.
Yeah, the children of angels and man.
Right.
And she was reading like verses about them, and in every verse where it was describing Nephilim, or not everyone, but in a lot of them, it was talking as well about like uncircumcised people and how they'll be tormented for eternity.
Wait, like it's comparing them to Nephilim?
No, it just like it would describe it in like a tangential sense where it would be like it would say something about Nephilim and it would mention a part of hell and it would say like where the uncircumcised lie and they burn or something. Like, it was describing something and they were using the uncircumcised as kind of a
what was she?
This part of hell where they are.
What was she reading? Not a lot of the Bible touches on Nephilim. Not a lot of the canon Bible. If that was in some apocrypha, that might be.
Do the Dead Sea Scrolls talk about that?
Yes, a lot.
Maybe it was Dead Sea Scrolls shit. We just saw this on like a site that had like aggregated a bunch of quotes about Nephilim.
Oh well, then okay. Then that's probably quoting either Nag Hammadi.
They were supposed to be from like.
Either Dead Sea Scrolls scriptures, Nag Hammadi scriptures, or like the Book of Enoch.
It was supposed to be like just like scripture sources, so it probably was like those ones. If I had to guess, those like kind of tangential ones. Did you draw her big collar yet?
Not yet.
What are you working on here?
I'm adding a bow to.
Oh, it's that little thing in the middle.
Yeah, to this. I think, how do I want to go about this, though? Like that. I'm never good at drawing bows. Just do it like this.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to put my anti-Chris comment in the Twitch chat.
You're going to get banned off of Twitch.
Anti-Chris comments in the Twitch chat?
Anti-Chris discourse. Anti-Chris course.
Oh, we done it now.
I put it in. There it is.
I fucking hate Chris. I hope he dies in a horrible fire in Minecraft.
Yeah, no, I wasn't threatening Chris in real life, you see, Your Honor. It was Minecraft.
Oh, that's cool. It's...
Don't you see?
Pretty based. What if a judge was like, I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty fucking based, and like lets a guy go for arson?
He's off the hook. It was based.
It was too based. We couldn't deny it. It does need to be like.
I'm trying to think of an OJ rhyme about that, like if the crime is based, you cannot erase. I couldn't think of one.
You have to watch Erased.
You have to watch Erased. That's his punishment. It's not even a punishment. It's actually a pretty good show.
No,
Though from what I hear, the manga handles the ending better.
I have not. There's so much fucking anime. I haven't fucking looked at it in ages. I don't even know what anime's like anymore.
Erased is a good one. I
Uh,
like it's a quick one. I watched it in literally one night.
Erased was around when I was still watching it. And
Yeah.
I watched like up to a certain point in it. I think it was at the end. I think I watched up to like the end of the first season of it.
No, it's there's literally only one season. It's a short story.
Not that then. I guess you would call it maybe the first arc.
Perhaps, yeah. It's like 13 episodes in total, I think.
Well, not very far then, I suppose. But he saves that like one girl he had a crush on when he was like a kid.
Saves her how? Because there's like
He's okay. He stops whatever time shenanigans are going on that was gonna lead to her like dying.
okay. I think that's like the whole show.
Well, shit, I don't remember then. I remember I remember there was being like a big heartwarming hug it out. Like yes, I managed to do something. And then there was like an after credits scene where like someone revealed that they also have like similar time powers or something.
I have no clue what that would be. That doesn't happen as far as I remember. I wonder if like
Are we even
like,
thinking of the same show?
Are we thinking of the same show? Are you like conflating two shows together?
It was so long ago.
That sounds like Erased up until that ending scene where it's like, I have time power.
Well, there was like a suggestion. It wasn't like explicitly stated. It was like there was like there was like another kid and his eyes like glowed a color. This is the one. This is like the one with the intro that has like the fucking movie reel, right?
Yeah, no, like everything you're saying is accurate except for that.
I swear to God, I saw this scene. Hold on.
The show like very firmly ends after that episode, like after the last episode where he saves her and he's like an adult again and she's like grown up. I'm spoiling shit.
No. I don't think I saw that.
What?
He managed to do something. It wasn't, but it was like progress of some sort.
I think I might know maybe what you're referring to. Like, does he think he got the guy that's going to end up killing her and it's revealed that he got the wrong guy or something?
Maybe.
It's certainly not one of the other kids, though. That's what I'm like when you described like another kid goes, I have time powers, and then his eyes glow red. Like,
no, it wasn't like that.
That's just the visual I got in my head from what you said.
Sounds an awful lot like I sound intelligent.
What are you talking about?
No one's gonna know what that means. We're gonna have to like kind of give them a credit.
No, wait, maybe it wasn't an after credits, but there was like a scene at the end where like there was another kid talking to like what? Okay, doesn't he go back in time and he talks to like one of his teachers or something to try and like work things out?
What are you guys talking about? I just got back.
We're talking about an anime called Erased. You know what? Wait, Laken, I don't want to like spoil things because I genuinely want people to watch this one. It's really good.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Here, let's like. Because I want Christy to watch this one at some point. So how about after the stream, you and I stay on at the end and we figure out what the hell you saw? Because this is definitely erased. Like everything else you've described is erased to a T. It's just this one thing. I have no clue what it is you're describing.
God, it's not that. Fuck, what episode did I make it up to?
See, the thing is, I also saw it a few years ago, so I'm a tiny bit fuzzy.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at this. I'm not gonna waste time looking at this now when there's a stream going on.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun conversation, but yeah, I don't want to derail too much since it's an art stream.
Fuck, man.
Listen, we can figure it out after. I just don't want to risk spoiling too much of the show for people. We've already said some pretty like end game spoilers for Chris got back.
I don't even know if I know any end game spoilers.
I missed the spoilers.
Well, you probably know one because I just said one.
For the show, I'm probably never gonna watch.
You should. It's a good one.
Fucking
I may. I don't. We'll see.
Man, I just missed 2016.
What, where everyone died?
Bet you feel stupid now.
What if the real apocalypse was in 2016 and this is just hell?
What if the real apocalypse was the friends we made along the way?
2016.
You know, the word apocalypse means something along the lines of like a great revelation or something like that.
I just thought it was a cool thing to call my Gyarados. I had a Gyarados named Apocalypse back in the day.
Wow. That's very fancy.
I didn't ask you about it, now did I?
What about Queridos?
His name was Wormpocalypse.
Wormpocalypse.
It's just a big worm.
I wanted to try and export him into the hit series Worms.
I wanted to try and import him into my house, keep him for real. Government didn't like that, you see.
Government didn't like me making worms real.
Government didn't like that. Me making worms real. On account of they saw me doing it and they said, well, if worms is real, people are going to wonder why the birds ain't eating them. Because the birds, you see,
You make
they ain't
worms real, son. Let me tell
That's
you,
right.
It's a slippery slope.
I got a lot of like drawing ideas on like in like a backlog in my brain. One of them is just a picture of Sunny with a birds aren't real shirt.
have like a bird flying around in the background, but you just see its eye glowing slightly red.
Something like that. I want to add birds aren't real to the fucking lore at the beginning.
That would be a good one to add. Any bird truthers in the audience? I just have one thing to say to you, Base.
Way to go, King.
Way to go, King. Remember to get 8 hours of sleep every night.
Remember, they'll call you crazy because you speak the truth.
If they call you crazy, it's because you're
They are
right.
crucified.
I'm gonna get crucified.
They're crucified.
Something like that.
What was that?
Jesus
Wasn't that
came
like...
back and sued the disciples.
That was everything.
Jesus sues the disciples.
We have Jesus suing Judas.
Well, Judas.
Like,
Federal
I don't know,
court.
Judas
Nice.
kind of sus, not gonna lie.
Well, Judas died. Like
Bring him back.
He's not alive.
immediately
No.
afterwards.
Just write
I
him
wouldn't
back in. These stupid kids cannot tell the difference.
Write him in. Write
So-
him back in.
Some versions of the story, are he hung himself. Other versions of the story are like he fell over and hit his head on a rock.
I heard he died doing Gangnam Style.
Like most of us.
Like
the
Moses.
best of- like Moses.
You know, Moses parted the Red Sea by doing Gangnam Style.
Dude,
That's just
that would fucking have actually been made if someone said that
Moses just fucked
in
the
like
girl on her
2016. Someone would have
period.
animated that for real.
Let's see.
You know what someone did animate for real? Moses parting the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
And they did it like
He let it
seriously.
rip.
That they did that when the show Beyblades was popular.
I'm just saying. No, that's in the show Beyblades. Like,
No, yeah,
that's
no,
the-
I know.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was
I thought
saying.
you were implying that was a fan creation. Yeah, that
And
that
so-
shit was
and
in the
then-
lore.
Book 3, verse 8. Moses proclaims, "Let it rip."
Oh
Okay,
boy,
hear me out here.
I
Gangnam
I just
Style.
made up numbers.
I really.
Hear me out here. Gangnam Style walks so Fortnite dances could run.
Now you have to leave.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You have to leave.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You have to leave.
You're not wrong, but you can't be going around saying shit like that.
He's out of line with his boy.
It's like fucking Mar. It's like he's right, but he shouldn't say it.
Right, but he shouldn't say it.
It sounded just like how she sounds now, where she like can't do the voice anymore.
Yeah, I can't do the voice anymore. I used to be able to do it better. I'm just like the actress.
Yeah, so you could play Marge on The Simpsons now. That's about all you
Yeah.
need.
Smarge Mimpson.
No, well,
The
that's see, I'm
qualifiers
sick.
are-
I
Oh,
might be able to
boy.
do it when I'm not like sick, you know.
Nope, you get to be Marge now. Congratulations.
Oh,
Marge.
my.
Oh
The
man,
rest of us
that's
cannot have
wow.
to.
That's a big paycheck bump right there. I can't believe it.
Chris, will you please take the job and be Marge Simpson? I don't feel like working that. We'll go to early retirement. Have Chris carry us with his barge voice.
You could play Homer
She just
Griffin.
can't do the voice anymore. Isn't that the thing where she's like, she's done it so long and she's getting older, so like the voice just sounds like really bad.
I mean, yeah, if you listen to her do it now, it's like.
Okay. You know how they like digitally recreate actors from movies nowadays?
Yes.
What if they started just digitally recreating voice actors for shows and like in the future?
That's going to
Christ.
happen. You're joking, but I guarantee you that is going to happen.
It absolutely
At
is.
some point-
And what it'll be like is shows in the future will just be like fucking robot voices.
Well, because that's already, think about it. We're already kind of getting primed for that in the current generation. Half the fucking TikToks have a fucking fake text-to-speech voice reading over the text. Children are gonna grow up listening to that shit, and eventually they're just gonna get used to it.
Our
They're probably gonna be able to perceive that it's not a real human.
man, our whole
but they're
fucking
not gonna be
generation,
able to-
our whole fucking generation deserves to fucking die off. I want I want everyone from this generation to fucking die.
Me too, man. I thought we were
Bro,
cool.
that's a threat, dude.
You trying to kill me?
No, what I'm saying
You
is
trying to kill me?
I-
Back off.
I'm saying
Back off.
our brains are too fucked up to function.
Take your swing.
Yeah, we are all basically dopamine addicted fucking assholes.
Addicted to assholes.
No, I said we're dopamine addicted fucking assholes.
I thought you said we're addicted to fucking
Hell yeah, we're
assholes.
dope.
Yeah, that's that too.
assholes. Fuck yeah.
Why is everybody
Right.
fucking assholes? I
Nope,
don't
you-
get it. That's where
I
poo comes
understand.
from.
That's
You
not
know-
for what you think it is.
You know
That's
there was
not
no
for
criminal
what you
lives
Don't
think.
you?
Jesus
Why are you
Christ, it's like a fucking cacophony.
eating cacophony?
Bless you.
Cacophony, whatever. The
I
fucking
wasn't gonna let him say that.
Doctor says I have a cacophony.
it's just when you guys start layering on top of each other. Jesus.
Sorry, I'll try to be more
Yeah.
conscious.
Oh, are we being stupid and loud and annoying and dumb and idiots?
It's fine. It's fine. This stream could definitely use some of that. It's just
Oh, don't worry about it.
it's just my ADHD brain gets all fucked up when everyone's like talking at the same time.
If anybody in the audience gets a cacophony from me talking too much, I just gotta tell you, take it.
Have you never heard the word? Have you never heard the word? Have you never heard the word cacophony before?
No, I've heard it before. I just thought it was funny because you put an N in there
I-
the first time.
I know, I flubbed it.
Twin.
A cacophony. That's why I kept laughing.
Take it.
Because it sounded like a new word.
Nah,
My
Three
brain
feet
just
of
took
me,
it and made it
okay.
a word.
I'm just retarded. That's all.
Come
Me
within 3
too.
feet of me and I'll kill you.
Come within 3 feet of me and I'll kill you.
Shake your ding.
Shake your dick.
Like that and fuck.
the executive decision
Take your seat, young Skywalker.
and your
It's
money.
critical that you take a seat.
Have a sip, young Skywalker.
Have a sip.
You are on the you are on the racist council, but you will not be granted the rank of white. That's not fair.
Unfair.
That's impossible.
How can I be on the council without being in very... It's not fair.
I love how dumb that fucking thing is.
Man, the prequels are going to be remembered more fondly than the sequels.
Oh, absolutely. Are you fucking kidding me?
They contributed so
So
much
much more
more to the
fondly.
world. They're more fun to watch.
They contributed-
better memes.
They contributed more to Star Wars.
They contributed more. It's true. They like there's so much that wasn't in the lore that the prequels added that still gets referred back to like to this day.
There's a lot of actually interesting stuff that the prequels lore added. Not that the plot line was exactly all that great, but it dives into deeper parts of what the fucking society was like prior to the Empire, and
I mean the writing in the prequels is pretty poor. Like the storyline is not the best, but they at least had like a concept going in. And George can build a world.
I would say that the overarching concept is even interesting. It just didn't.
I'd say that it's a sound concept. I think structurally as a story, it doesn't work out very well.
I would say the beat to beat writing is what flubs it.
That was what I meant by like structurally. Like if you look at Anakin's progression through the films, you can see what they were going for as a whole, but the pieces of it don't quite seem to add up very well.
My suggestion is to watch better movies.
I like
John just doesn't like space.
I like Alex Jones's interpretation of it.
What he said.
What was it?
What his interpretation was, it was about Bush era America.
I liked Martin Cabello's interpretation of it, where he was like talking about how he's like all the characters are named things for specific reasons. Princess Leia Princess.
Oh yeah.
He's like going into how all the names like wriggle their way into your mind.
This is some cayenne pepper. Put it on my steak.
You know, now
Put it on my steak. The military's bad.
I love Martin Cabello, man. That man is on a level we cannot even comprehend as base human
I
beings.
think he's right though.
Brain is
Now
another
that you think about it,
dimension.
every character's fucking name does affect you. It makes you think about what that means subconsciously about them.
I mean, I've even said before, I think it would have been a good thing in the prequels to directly give a source for the name Skywalker. I think just the fact that it's like, oh, his slave mother on a random planet just happened to have a really cool last name is kind of dumb.
All right, let me ask you guys.
Well, right, it would have been nice if they were like you could even kept the slave thing, but it could be like that they were like fallen members of like a lost family or something.
Well, my thought on it was that Anakin could have even like earned the name. I always assumed because Luke and Anakin were shown to be good pilots that it somehow came from piloting.
Well,
So,
certainly
like Skywalker.
that's
is
certainly-
like he flies as naturally as a man walks.
That's certainly what Skywalker's supposed to make you think of.
Yeah, like that's what I assumed it would have been sourced from, I suppose.
Can I give you guys a
Also-
hypothetical?
Oh, go ahead, John.
Say like you get to be in like a Star Wars movie, right?
All right, go
Alright.
ahead.
Well, you're the reason the franchise becomes like really like worse than it is now. The worst
Okay,
it-
wait. If it's really the reason, I would have to be like the writer. or
Hold on,
something.
are you
If it's
talking
really
a-
the Tang,
Are you talking about like we're working on a Star Wars movie, or we're
or
like
we're the main actor?
You're like Jar Jar Binks.
Okay,
that
so
make
you're
sense?
like a character that's
we're like a
added in,
character in Star Wars?
and we ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
for you.
that's what I mean. You get to be in the movie.
Well, how can that be? I'm the key to all this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
what
just
to say.
described like the one character that makes the plot work.
Yeah, the key.
Really?
Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Jar Jar's the key to all of this.
Didn't George
That's what
Lucas,
really makes this
He
story
says that.
work.
There's like
Oh
a-
wait, that's why
he's
I'm
like,
so
"Jar Jar."
retarded.
Jar Jar's the key to all of this.
Hard R Binks.
Hard.
And these droids, I mean, they're useless. The Jedi really just kind of cut through them like butter.
You know,
Yeah, I love that. He's like talking about that as that somehow justifies the choice to make them that way.
everyone makes the joke that like Jar Jar is like a racist caricature, but apparently that was all the actor's decision. It was a black man.
I was gonna say, yeah, the guy in the suit was a black guy. If he came up with it, that just seems like. Well, hold on though, because there's other characters that talk like that. Are we to assume that like they got it off of him?
They might have based how the rest of the rest of the
Now, we
Gungans
could
talk on
assume
that.
these people have
Yeah, like he could have had a good audition, and then the others just like they kind of like filled it in based on that audition. Like, okay, this is how the Gungans talk now, or the Goongas, as
I-
he calls
actually-
them.
Actually, I don't even know if all the other Gungans even did. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I haven't actually properly watched the prequels.
Oh, we should. We
Oh
should.
my god.
We gotta add that to the fucking
That's
list.
fun.
We're always adding shit to the list of things we need to watch.
Yeah, first we
It's
gotta
fun.
watch Evangelion, all the Evangelion stuff.
Yeah,
Again?
Grace has to see End of Evangelion, and then we all have to watch the rebuilds.
Are we gonna go through all the rebuilds before we get to the fourth one?
I guess
Well,
that
we did the
depends.
Star
Do we
Wars.
want to watch all of those? Or
I
do we
don't
wanna
really-
skip the fourth?
I don't really want to because it'll be bad enough having to watch the fourth.
That's fair. You know, I actually own one of them.
You
I
own 3.0. I got that for you as a gift, didn't I?
Actually, no. I got that for myself.
3.0?
Wait, I muted myself.
What?
I think I muted myself in the middle of that. I got that for myself in Germany. I got 3.33.
No, I got that for you.
No, dude, trust me. I remember this because I was in a store. I saw it and I was like,
I
"Where's the
absolutely
most
got that for you as a present, and I'm telling you that as a fact.
I'm
You
gonna need to see, like,
You
the website.
you told me because I remember when I brought it to you. You said, "Oh, I saw this in Germany. I wanted to get it, but I thought better of it."
Wait, are you talking about the?
Oh
3-3?
wait, you know what? Wait, you're right. I did see it in the store, but I
'Cause-
looked at the back of it and I saw that there's no English dub. You're right. You're fucking right.
I had no idea.
There we go. That
Yeah, okay, because I was like, I know I saw this in the
'Cause-
store in Germany, but thinking back, I would have known to look at the back of the box and see that there's no English dub and not buy it.
I was gonna be really fucked up if I had this memory of buying that for you.
Well, because I thought you were getting mixed up with that Maquia or whatever movie it was that you gave us. Where you
Nah.
said it looked good from the box.
I gave that to you on a fucking lark.
I still haven't watched it.
The 3.33 was for your birthday, I believe.
Yeah. Well, because you didn't actually sell me on the Maquia movie.
I wasn't trying to. I just wanted you to take it off my hand.
For context, the way he described this movie to me and Grace was, yeah, I started watching this and I thought it was going to be really good, and then about halfway through, it just kind of loses you.
It lost
Like,
me.
It kind of like gives up on the concept that was going to make it cool. Or I think it might have not been that it gave up. It might have been that it seemed it was going to be something different.
I didn't even know what I thought it was going to be. The box art looked neat, and I start watching it, and I'm like, I have no idea where this movie's fucking going, and it hasn't hooked me.
That reminds me, what was that one movie we watched with the really good animation? Grace and I were talking about it yesterday. It was in that like futuristic world where there's robots around, and it had that one scene where they're holding the girl by the cord that I made fun of.
Oh, Metropolis.
Metropolis, yeah. That one I was expecting to be better than it was. It wasn't a bad movie by any means, but the writing certainly lost me halfway through, and I was really just in it for the animation.
I certainly think the only thing you can really sell that movie, I don't really like the only thing, but the writing isn't strong enough to sell it on that. The animation is what you're selling it on.
Yeah,
It's got very beautiful animation. The story's just kind of weak.
I described to everyone how I ruined the most pivotal scene of the movie. We were watching it. It was me, Laken, and Grace. And there is this really... It's like the climactic scene of the film. The main character has like this android chick that's with him. She's plugged into a thing, and she's dangling off a ledge, and he's holding her by the cord. And he's trying to pull it up before it like unplugs from her. And I just went, you know when you drop your phone off the side of the bed and you grab the charger and try to pull it up? And we all were laughing too fucking hard. We couldn't take the scene seriously anymore. We were like, there's all this like dramatic music playing, and we were just fucking laughing at the top of our lungs.
I can't stop loving you.
Was that the song?
Yeah, that's what they start playing as they do their like whole Evangelion sequence.
It did feel like they were trying to go for an Evangelion thing, but I fucking ruined it. Man, I remember Grace and I even said halfway through we stopped caring because there was this one character we really liked that just got like seemingly died, but he actually ends up being alive in the end. And it was a character that the main character meets in that underground area. And there was another character as well that was like this cool robot detective guy that also dies like halfway through.
Yeah.
And I really liked him as well, and I felt like they kind of wasted him.
A lot of the cool characters just kind of die off real early.
Yeah, it just feels like they had a lot of potential in there, and the script needed like a rework because they waste a lot of it.
I think they wanted to be faithful to like Tezuka's manga.
Well, and to be fair, perhaps the manga does it all better. They might have had a little more time to make it all, kind of happen and give it a little more stuff than the screen could have.
I don't know. I'm not going to assume the manga did a better job.
I'm just gonna leave it to say that it could have. Because I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just assuming something that's like the story could have had more to it that just didn't make it to the movie. I honestly don't know.
As I'm getting older, I have more and more of a problem with kind of just Japanese storytelling structure altogether.
Really?
A lot of it, not that every Japanese writer's like this, but a lot of it, at least in like anime, I notice in some films, just kind of feels like the pacing just feels all over the place.
I've never really gotten that. I certainly do notice some things where the pacing's a bit odd, but I certainly haven't noticed it as like an overarching thing that I could like trace between multiple works.
Yeah, maybe I can't either. I don't know. I guess maybe I've just seen enough stuff that fell flat for me that maybe that's just what's making me think that.
Maybe.
Like fucking Ocean Waves.
Ocean Waves just felt like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with that story.
I get really weirded out when I see people posting pictures of this, and they're like, "This had me crying," and I'm like, "Why?"
Why? The fucking main love interest is a fucking horrible bitch. The main guy doesn't have a fucking spine.
And honestly, it seems
two
like he and
horrible
his
shit
buddy,
characters.
he and his buddy have more romantic chemistry going on than the fucking.
If he turned his buddy over and started railing him in the middle of that movie, I would have been real happy. And not, it ain't a gay thing about it. It ain't nothing that I'm into. It's just I would have felt happy for him. That's all.
Take your swing.
But fucking like, yeah, no, they had no fucking chemistry. They built it up from the beginning like they were gonna have some kind of profound relationship, and I kept waiting for it to happen.
I
and
was
it fucking doesn't.
I bought that movie because I saw one AMV that made that all of that look really good.
Yeah, because the thing is, I bet if you gave me that movie without
The
any voice acting,
the AMV tells a better story than the fucking movie did.
if you gave me that movie without any voice acting, so like I couldn't know what they're saying, it probably would have come across as a more compelling narrative because I don't hear her being a horrible bitch to him and him just taking it.
She's just like this fucking.
She just sucks.
She's just this gold digging cunt.
Yeah, she just sucks. That's her whole character. She sucks. That's her personality. Her personality is suck woman.
Yeah.
She fucking sucks.
I
don't get how people see any chemistry between those characters or enjoy their relationship on the screen. There is nothing there but like just a nagging horrible shit thing.
Oh, maybe I should be doing this on another layer.
I'm always impressed by how few layers you use. I use layers like it's my religion.
Well, it's because like each individual layer, I'm kind of going over all of it again to see where I want to readjust it or what I want to add onto it. But like I do a couple layers between, what I start with and what I finish with. Anyway,
right.
It's a lot of me sketching over the same thing over and over again, just with slight changes or adjustments and refining it bit by bit.
I get what you're saying. Also, I've taken myself off push to talk because I seem to be coughing a little less. So if I start coughing more, I'll just mute myself.
For you.
But like
more stinky diapers.
Remember at like the end of the movie where he's like starting to reminisce about a castle in like his like an old castle in his town, and it's like, gee, it would have been nice if you had brought this up earlier as like a thing to call back to.
In Ocean Waves, I don't even fucking remember that.
Yeah, there's a part where he's walking through a park with his friends, like when they're adults, and they like went to a bar, and they're walking through this park, and he's still moping about this girl who, mind you, has shown no remarkable qualities whatsoever.
There is nothing special
Remember,
about her.
you know that video?
Like, he just feels like a simp character.
You know that video of that one British guy who's like looking at the chick? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be real honest with you, but you're useless. That's what she is.
That's the audio you would play over like a picture of her in like a review of the movie.
Yeah. Oh. But
you're useless.
Yeah, she ain't shit. She gets our protagonist into more trouble than she's fucking worth. Remember that? He went to a different fucking city to cover her ass.
Yeah, no, that's right. He fucking like goes on a train with her and pretends he's her. Or
not even to cover her ass, to cover her friend's ass.
Wait, I think I'm getting this mixed up with a better movie. I think I just started describing Summer Wars.
Wait, what are you thinking of?
Oh, fuck.
I think I just started describing. I think I started describing Summer Wars, which is a much better movie.
Are you sure? He goes to that other city because her friend didn't want to go. Because she was like fucking pressuring her friend to come out there.
No. I'm thinking of the other plot, because in the other plot, the main character goes with this girl to another city, and she's like pretending with her family that he's her boyfriend.
I think they do that. I think they do that bit again in this, like a little.
Maybe.
Like she's like, just tell your dad. She's like, just tell my dad you're my boyfriend, so that way he leaves me alone. And he does that, and then but then like while he does that for her, she's going off and seeing her old boyfriend. And it's like, dude, what are you hanging around for this chick for? She's not
Wait,
your
yeah, this does sound
girlfriend.
familiar. Maybe
She-
she does fucking do that to him.
She's not your girlfriend. You don't love her. She ain't shit. All she's ever done is like ask you for money when you went to a trip in Hawaii.
And fucking suck.
And I don't think she ever paid him back for it.
We're talking about this shit fucking movie we watched.
And it's like, what are you doing? Just leave. Let her get in trouble. She probably needs
Yeah.
that.
She probably does need that.
She certainly deserves it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Put a little hair on her.
and like again, in the AMV, there's that scene where he slaps her.
Yeah.
And in the AMV, I'm like, oh, this
Didn't
looks.
I fucking start like hooting and hollering when that happened?
Yeah,
I was so excited. I was like, yeah.
Because I saw it coming. I'm like, oh, you guys are gonna love this.
I was happy because he finally fucking stood up for him.
Yeah, it also just a reminder. She hit him first.
Yeah, no, I'm not over here cheering because a man slapped a woman. That's not the full fucking story for anyone looking to make it.
But like once you got.
And I thought you were based.
Once you got Japanese Amber Heard over here being an annoying bitch the whole movie, and then she hits this guy.
She never shits on his bed, but she would have gotten there.
She
has left to her own devices.
The plot of that movie got so weird that there was like a part where like after their whole thing where like the whole school saw him hit her, and they're like not talking to each other for a while, and then he's like helping take down some school festival stuff. And while he's doing that, he goes to like behind the school, and she's getting bullied by a bunch of other girls. And I think they beat her up.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And he saw this, and then his friend comes to him, and he's like, "Why didn't you stop them?" And it's like, "This is what you're coming to."
Gets angry at him.
It's like, "This is what you're coming to." He like hit her like a week ago, and you're getting mad that he's not stopping her from getting bullied. It's like, why don't you stop them? You were there.
Yeah, he also just was there. He doesn't do anything to stop it. Oh fuck, man.
And then there's like the weird gay tension between him and his buddy at the end, where he's like taking him in the car ride, and they're going out to the beach together.
He's taking him in the ass.
You know, by the way, I'm pretty sure the scene on the cover of the movie never happens, and it actually happens with him and his buddy.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Which is also like it has a weird tone, because you do get the impression that it's like that he's supposed to be romantic with this guy, but the film, I don't think the film even realizes that that's what it's getting across.
Yeah, it certainly probably look at me. It certainly didn't seem like what they were going for.
Right.
Yeah, that movie was a fucking mess.
Okay.
It was just a fucking mess.
Is Peach's ear normally visible?
I want to say, yeah, because she has a little blue circle earring on.
You know, she probably is. It just seems like it seems weird. It's like one of those details it
looks a little too detailed
in the Paper Mario. In the Paper Mario art style, there's like certain anatomy that you expect to go kind of abstracted.
Well, because Mario's ear is just a fucking circle, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking no one had ears.
No, but like Mario's
got
like that. Is Peach's ear normally detailed like that? I'm gonna look up Paper Peach. Because if hers also has the creases and the shit in it, that's acceptable.
Well, it's not even like you're gonna be seeing that much of it because her arm's over it.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I'm looking for just like the art. Okay, it actually looks slightly less detailed than that. Her shadow form has like one of the lines is longer and there's an extra line in it.
Yeah, I guess being evil just makes you more detailed.
I mean, to be fair, I guess she has eyelids where Peach technically normally wouldn't, because they would just like do skin color for it, but they have like eyeshadow on her.
I guess so, yeah.
So she's just a little more detailed, you see. Oh, I don't like this art. Someone did like a like art of Paper Peach from the front, but they made her mouth like a perfect circle, so she just looks like a fuck doll.
Ah.
And I don't think they tried it. This looks like an honest attempt, but it can't not look like that.
I'm just gonna attribute that to a kid failing to understand
Well, I don't know if it's a kid though, because it's pretty competent art. Like here, I'll put it in the memes channel in this fucking Discord, and you can choose to put it on the screen if you wish. But it, honest to God, actually, wait. Why don't I just put it in the chat so that anyone who's following along can see the image? I'll just put a link to it.
No,
All right, putting it in.
put it
Twitch
in.
chat and YouTube chat.
Put it in memes too.
I did, but I'm also gonna put it. Oh, that's a big fucking link. I'm sorry. Oh, YouTube has a character limit. But how can I link this beautiful fucking image?
It's pretty alright, but the circle mouth does throw it all off.
It throws it off. Yeah, it's pretty competent art. All right. Yeah. Sorry, YouTube listeners. I can't. The character limit in the chat is preventing the link. It has a 200 character limit.
Alright. Hardest question you ever gotta fucking ask. How do I want to do her eyes?
How have you done the other character's eyes?
You know, I'm trying to think of how I even drew it last time I drew Peach, and even I'm really bad at eyes. I need to like buckle down and practice on that one of these days.
I mean, I can't draw faces at all if that makes you feel better. I can draw like an eye off of a face.
No, it doesn't make me feel better.
It doesn't make me feel better. You suck.
Not at all.
Secretary Clinton, you suck.
I suck big cocks. I've never denied that. How did you say it?
I have always said that I suck fat cocks, which is what you're referring to. That's such a good YouTube poop. Who is that? Is that Crobo?
I feel like, yeah, that feels like one of the last times like people were really funny.
On like politics shit.
Yeah, it all used to feel so harmless back then.
Well, that wasn't even that long ago. That was 2016.
I know. I still long for it.
Do you think he would have said the same thing about 2012 and 2016 though?
What?
That you long for it.
I still long for 2012.
But I'm saying, do you think you would have longed for 2012 and 2016? Because it's like that meme where it's like the guy looking back.
No, it's literally that. Absolutely.
Okay. As long as you're conscious of it, I suppose.
No, I know I have a problem.
I mean, we've all got our vices. Mine's peanut butter banana sandwiches. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, I don't like that. Ah,
Very
shit.
much.
That'll be a modern reference. I'll make an Elvis joke. That's good for the youngins. They all know who that is.
Everyone knows who Elvis is.
I mean, to be fair, people probably still know about Elvis vaguely, but probably from references to him more than his actual music.
Sometimes I think about the fact that, like, certain things don't exist for me the way they existed for my parents. So,
well,
like,
certain things don't exist for, like, modern kids the way they existed for us.
right, well, what I mean by that is, you know, if you were growing up in a certain era, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's Elvis. Well, like, who's Elvis? Like, he's just some singer. He's just some up-and-coming guy. You just know him as that until he builds up his reputation, right?
Yeah.
And then as a kid, it's like this is gonna be hyperbolic, but I mean, it's like he's like a god. He's like an archetype. He's like this idea.
He was literally the king.
Right. He's like this idea of a terrific singer.
Yeah, he's this larger than life concept at a certain point.
Right. So Elvis to me isn't like Elvis the guy. It's like Elvis this concept that existed a long time ago for my parents and their parents.
Well, I mean, think of it this way: like when we were young, cruel children in school, what was like the thing to joke about? Like people would make like Michael Jackson jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Like TV was doing that. Fucking like that's not a thing a kid nowadays would even think to do.
Is
Make,
it?
like, a joke.
No, everybody loves Michael Jackson now.
Well, I was gonna say either they love him or they just don't know who the fuck he is.
Oh, you mean specifically?
What?
Specifically,
Like where you're going like hee hee and shit like that. Like no one
Dude,
would fucking.
Thriller comes on every year for Halloween. I think every kid has an idea.
Yeah, but do they even know who that is singing that? You know, people our age as kids.
I
know
think.
fucking,
Well,
like,
here's the thing.
Who sings that one?
Michael Jackson was kind of from an era where he was kind of distant even for my generation.
Well, so I was gonna say, like, think of like the Christmas songs you hear every year.
Like,
do you
we
know
were
the singers
born,
of
like,
all of those?
right
You hear
after,
them,
like,
but do you know them?
The end of MJ's prime. I think that was half the thing.
Like the thing I'm getting at is, could you name the people singing the Christmas songs you hear every year? Some people can name some of them, but like
That's a fair
it
point.
might just be an incidental thing that you hear and you don't really consider.
Right.
But I think here's kind of a thing. Like, it might be a cheap move, but maybe it's not. There's a lot less Halloween songs in rotation than Christmas songs.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I miss the era of Will Smith where he was just making like corny rap music because he made like a Halloween spooky haunted house song.
Okay.
That was the funniest thing.
All right. We're off. We're kind of off topic now.
Why? What's the
What
topic?
topic were we even on?
I don't know.
Ocean Waves for a bit.
That fair enough. Because I'm still on about I was gonna make the point of like when these things kind of lose their context, they take on like this grander sort of form to them.
Yeah, they become something larger than the human being.
You know, like another example is like MLK isn't the same thing to me that it was for like my grandparents.
Sure.
You know, my grandparents, he was like a contemporary political thinker activist.
Yeah.
You know?
to me, like the way the he's always been presented in our history class, he's like up there with George Washington. He's like this great figure.
Yeah, he represents something like quintessential about Americans.
Right.
Or America, I suppose. I mean, I guess that's just part of what it is to become a piece of history or human culture as well, as you kind of ascend in a sense.
I guess it's the human condition.
Is it? What do people really mean when they say the human condition?
When they say that, when they say that,
like to use
holy
head and shoulders,
shit, Nick! I just saw that link.
My hair is silky smooth.
Yeah, wait, what link? Yeah, the long ass link.
Yeah, the long ass link in the chat.
It's fucking huge. It's like 500 characters, and I tried removing everything after the .png because sometimes you can get away with that. No.
And
it said like unauthorized access.
Anyway, I can tell you exactly what I mean by human condition. I mean that moment of realization of you're experiencing the same thing your ancestors experienced millennia ago. It's
okay, so just the idea of like,
you're going to be going through the same things everyone's gone through forever. That's the human condition.
It's the idea that human life is, at least in some senses, a sort of set experience. Like there will be certain things. There
are certain qualities and realities that you have to face that will be consistent for everyone. That happens.
And they show up wearing like different clothing, but they are still the same thing at the core.
Well, like what? What was that? There was like a 4chan post, and it was complaining about modern society. It was like, you're never going to be remembered. All this stuff's eventually going to die off, and everyone's going to forget about it. They're like really nihilistic. And then someone just wrote, "Yeah, welcome to the human condition, retard."
Oh, I liked the other one where like someone said something like you're never going to be remembered, all that shit, and then one guy just goes, "Not if I eat the Mona Lisa."
Holy shit!
Right?
That's
smart.
And
consider like you will exist then for as long as people are talking about the Mona Lisa, because anytime the Mona Lisa comes up, it'll be like, ah, man, why'd that one guy have to fucking eat it? It was a work of art. It was
real shame someone ate it.
And then if someone eats him, it'll continue going.
And the cycle continues.
And then eventually someone paints a painting of him eating the Mona Lisa and then getting eaten by another guy, and then someone eats that painting.
And then it gets real meta.
It gets to the point where people don't even remember the Mona Lisa anymore. They remember the painting of the man eating the Mona Lisa.
Well, actually, there is something kind of like that with the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is a famous painting because of the history around it. It was stolen. It was stolen in a big art heist.
That's right. I forgot about that.
That's why everyone
in either art history or some shit like that.
That's why everyone knows what it is. It's not even necessarily Da Vinci's best painting.
His best painting was the Mona Stinkus, which came shortly after. But we'll talk about that another time.
The moaning pizza.
The moaning pizza. It's a pizza getting fucking raw dogged by Da Vinci himself.
Right behind Comet Ping Pong.
Comet Ping Pong. Behind Fish Stew Pizza.
Oh shit, I'm too candies with
that made me think of something that I'll tell you after the stream.
Oh boy. I hope it's Rebecca Sugar's beautiful renderings of Ed Boys having passionate love.
It's pretty close.
Fucking I love that. That's just a thing that exists that I can constantly have in the back of my head.
Remember, no matter how dirty you think you are, Rebecca Sugar drew Ed, Ed, and Eddie fucking.
If ever you feel inadequate or dirty or wrong, Rebecca Sugar drew the Ed Boys having raw sex.
Just raw dogging each other.
Passionate lovemaking. And you know what? I will say she
know
actually
what?
got the Ed, Ed, and Eddie art style pretty close. Like,
And you-
it,
and-
it
and you
looks
know
pretty
what?
accurate to how
You know
that would
what?
look if they were to put it in the show.
You know what? She still got hired by Cartoon Network.
So don't give up on your dreams, kids.
Don't
You
give
can
up.
Make weird pedo art and still work for a network that makes cartoons for children.
Honestly, probably a prerequisite.
Probably a prerequisite. If you haven't done it before, they'll make sure you get a little in before you're making anything that's going on the
Ugh.
silver screen. Wait, that's movies, silver screen. Why is it the silver screen?
Because the screen's fucking silver colored.
It is?
Well, that and like old movies had like that kind of silvery black and white color grading to it.
Is that really like why they would have called it that though?
I don't know. Why else would they have called it that? Let's look it up. We got the internet at our disposal.
No.
Where's the fun
no,
in
no,
that?
don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. We must never know. We must remain ignorant.
Half the fun
Here, I'm
is
gonna.
just not knowing and taking wild guesses.
Okay, in the 1910s, movie screens were
Looking
coated.
it up.
In the 1910s, movie screens were coated with reflective metallic paint, resulting in silver surface to better display the projected images. There,
Come.
that's simple. That's why it's called this. That's why it's called the silver screen.
It's
Who'd
called
have
the
thunk
silver
it?
screen.
Who would have thunk it was that easy?
It's called the silver scrinky because it's very stinky.
All right, let me learn eyes on the spot here.
Make sure they look very evil.
Oh yes, of course.
Don't forget her eyeshadow and her one big tooth. She looks very dastardly. There's Dick Dastardly and there's Bick Bastardly. You can decide which one you want to be, America. Ugh. Sorry, I muted my mic there. I just shit myself.
You know what? I wonder. I have her looking down like that. Should I? I can make the canvas. If I make the canvas a little bigger. Hold on. No, that's not bombastic enough.
They call me Mr.
But-
Bombastic. Very fantastic.
If I kind of have her sort of looking down, I could pull the canvas down a bit and I can have Mario sort of in the foreground here.
Maybe. That would be an interesting artistic choice.
Which if I do that, I'm going to really reduce him down to like a more cartoonier.
Yeah. Don't gotta go too detailed on Mario.
Mario?
Mario? Did you say Mario?
Mario.
I like how Toadsworth shows up and he's all like,
Oh, yeah.
He goes, That's like his default speech
Yeah.
sound that he makes in things. Yeah.
I want it to be...
Toadsworth walks in and he's all like, ah!
He would say that.
That little turd thing. Cute little bugger. Isn't he? Don't you just want to pick him up and squeeze him? Tell him you love him. Everything will be okay.
You know what? I'm just going to practice eyes over the week. And
You're just gonna get back to those.
I'll just get back to this next fucking Thursday.
Don't you just wish you could pick up Toadsworth and use him like a little fleshlight?
Because I never feel like I get it right, so I need to practice that. I heard what you said. I'm not ignoring that.
I heard what you said. So, okay, we're still. I was gonna say, are you calling it there, or are we still going?
A little bit more. I'm gonna be calling it soon.
Get a few more of them diggity details in. Why not? I don't know why I got such a kick for doing redneck voices today. This is getting into more southern territory now, sorry.
You're just really excited to watch The Green Mile.
I mean, you could say that if I knew anything about it. Like I didn't even know there were accents in it.
Nick, it's a subconscious thing. Your brain's picking up signals it's picking up from the.
It's going, well, I heard about the Green Mile, yeah, and I tell you, that got me interested in having a good old-fashioned
I think that movie will really surprise you. It kind of sets itself up in a way that you think it might kind of be one thing, and then it has a very different tone that you might even think for its subject matter.
Ends up becoming a slasher
comedy. But it's also not like an unfitting tone either. I wish I could describe it better than that. When we watch it, I'll talk to you I'll tell you what I'm talking about here.
Are you talking about The Green Mile?
Yeah, don't say anything about it.
Don't spoil things about it for me. I ain't seen it, and Laken says I should see it.
Tom Hanks is in it. So
yeah. Notable person who escaped. Notable actor who escaped to Europe for mysterious reasons. Tom Hanks is in it.
Is he in the Scientology?
No, you're thinking it's Tom Cruise.
He's into something.
You're right. He was into Forrest Gump. He follows Gumpology.
Remember when Tom Hanks got COVID and that's when we started when America took it seriously?
I remember for some reason people had such a disproportionate reaction to that. They were like, "Oh my God, not Tom Hanks!" And it was like,
yeah, because we thought he was gonna die. We're like,
and it's like,
I never thought he was gonna die.
And it's like
taking that seriously.
Well, I was also just like, it's just Tom Hanks, guys. Calm down.
Damn. All right. Well, special guest in the chat, Tom Hanks.
Well, no, I like him and all.
You're actually Tom Hanks.
I like him as an actor. I should say, but like I don't know. It's like it's not like losing a family member. It's an actor.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, some people do hold it in that high of a regard, and I don't know that I would agree with it, but I'm not gonna look to condemn anyone for it either.
Man, I'm
it
just
seems like
I'm just getting this all
with the kissing butts actors, these flowers from me.
Or just in general, like I don't know, like holding celebrities in a regard as though they're like the most important thing to you.
There are very few actors I hold with like the kind of reverence that most people hold any actor to.
Well, I don't even know if I'd say most people. To be fair, a lot of people in the modern day are probably a lot more disillusioned with actors than they ever would have been before, just for the fact of like we get to see a lot more of them now, and
yeah, actors
kind of vapid.
Actors used to have like kind of mystique about them that they just don't even want anymore.
Well, because I think Critical Drinker did a great video on this. There's fucking like back in the day, you wouldn't really see much of an actor outside of like very heavily curated interviews where they know exactly what's going to be asked of them and have time to like curate their response. Nowadays, they're fucking putting every last thought on Twitter. They'll say some stupid shit and it gets to like 1 million people. So like more people are probably far more disillusioned with the idea of actors being these mysterious and powerful creatures almost as though they're from like another world. Because, you know, it's just at the end of the day, they're just a person. And they're a person that's really separated from a large portion of society and tend to forget what things are like outside of Hollywood. Not all, of course, not all.
I always like actors that are like actually really smart and on some real shit, like fucking Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald, that's exactly the one I thought of.
Norm Macdonald was a literal genius.
Yeah,
like
he was really fucking smart.
He graduated from like some very advanced math classes in college.
You might know more on that than I do, honestly. I don't even know anything about like
I heard this. I don't know the details on it, but he went to a very prestigious school, and I think he studied Russian literature, something.
Interesting.
But he was a very smart guy, and there's actually an interesting quote by him for how smart of a guy he is. It's interesting. He also had, I would say, what went along like hand in hand with how smart he was is how well he understood people.
Well, I mean, he can play an interview like an instrument. Like, it was amazing.
Well, because there's a quote from him. And he says, "The last thing anyone wants to think of you is, or what was it? No one wants to hear. No one likes the guy who acts like he's the smartest guy in the room."
Yeah,
That basically say you don't want to come across like like you think you're the smartest guy in the room.
it's true. No, that's a very good piece of advice.
Yeah.
People aren't looking to, I guess, interact with a person that comes off as though they're intelligent. Like they're not looking for. I mean, maybe if they find someone interesting, they could then jump to the conclusion like, oh, hey, this person seems to be as though they're, intelligent. But you don't want that to be the thing you're trying to give off, I guess, if that makes sense.
You don't want to come across like it's like, oh, look how smart I am.
Yeah, you want to.
I am really fucking this up.
The Crown.
Yeah.
I like somebody that can kind of play the fool, where they know exactly what's going on, but they play it off like they don't.
That's a fun thing to do, honestly. It's a great way to pick someone's brain.
Mhm.
Like it's a great way to kind of get inside someone's head is when they get the idea that you don't know what you're talking about. They then feel almost as though they should be like asserting something over you. Like they feel as though they can leave an impression, I suppose, if you seem to be a blank slate. And that's when you kind of get the realest shit out of someone.
It's a lot of fun,
It is.
I do that. I kind of. I meet people at I go to different places where I work, and I'm not gonna say where, but like,
John
you
goes to
meet
places.
people, and if you like kind of just play real nice with them and like kind of stupid, they'll just start telling you shit.
Oh yeah, like people will reveal their darkest sides if they think they're doing it to someone who they'll let their guard down, I suppose.
Yeah,
You know,
you can like
that's
be really
the
nice
old
and trustworthy to
Socrates,
someone.
There was this
Well,
That
they'll
is
just tell you
Socrates, isn't
shit.
it? He would do that.
Mm-hmm.
there's
You don't even
this
have to ask shit. They'll just
Just
tell you.
uncomfortable and then shoot him dead.
there's this other sort of circumstance to it too, where people will tell you things they wouldn't even tell like their fucking wives or their closest friends.
Yeah, because
If it-
they think
if-
you're going to
well,
disappear.
Yeah, if they think they're never gonna see you again.
It's a very bizarre thing, but it's like it's.
I love
it's
that idea.
common.
Wait
Oh,
till
I forgot a little step in the Socrates strategy there. Get him comfortable, shoot him down, and then get executed because everyone hates you for being right.
He's poisoning the children.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Socrates didn't have to die. All anyone wanted him to do was leave town.
You know what? You gotta respect the man who sticks by his principles, man.
Well,
I mean, you don't have to. I'm not
we-
telling you to.
we could examine him the Nietzschean way. Socrates was ugly.
Socrates was a fucking bitch.
That's literally Nietzsche's like big criticism of Socrates is that he was ugly.
That sounds like a very intelligent man who we should all listen
It
to.
sounds like a Twitter retort.
Yeah, well, at least I get bitches.
At least
Dude,
I get
there
this,
was
I
this
touch
video.
grass, okay?
I saw this video once. It was like fucking it was Ben Shapiro talking at like a thing, and some guy's like trying to retort him, and this guy's like someone that has multiple degrees, right?
Dude,
This is
I don't know why.
someone whom you should.
I don't know why college graduates are some of the most immature fucking people you could ever.
It's like
You
you
know
already
why?
know this
I'll
one,
tell you
right?
why.
Oh,
They
because
think they're on a higher
They
level.
have a superiority
than just
complex.
regular.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
a lot of
that is
times.
exactly it. It's
Not
a
all of them.
superiority complex.
And then when they get a
Obviously
like an
not
act,
all.
try and get a
Yeah.
job, they
Yeah.
realize, oh, I ain't shit. It's-
Some
It's
people
true.
don't face reality until they leave college. They are conveniently
crazy.
shielded from it until they step out of college, and then they are hit by it like a fucking truck.
Yeah,
And it
college
ruins
is
them.
really good at
So-
that. College used to kind
College
of prepare
coddles
you for
you.
reality in a way, didn't it?
So Ben Shapiro was talking to this guy.
Oh, yeah, he's like someone's trying to like counter a point he made, and they're like having a discussion about it, and then it very quickly devolves, and this guy starts like yelling things up at him, like yeah, I still get more pussy than you and shit like that, and
What,
like
really? Jesus
yeah,
Christ! Way to
and
make yourself look like a
someone who
fucking
has
Probably the
baby.
whole room
this
clapped or
is
something.
someone this is someone who has several degrees.
I say that like ironically as like a
Oh,
joke.
Jesus.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
say that
that's
in like a serious
that's
debate.
like
But
you
this
have a
fucking
fucking degree,
knucklehead,
act
fucking
like it.
moron.
Fuck me.
That's the only way he knows how to debate is fucking Twitter arguments. So,
Well, I mean, have
Ben
you
very
seen what
politely
fucking
yet
debate?
firmly shot him down. I was actually like, I was very impressed with his level-headed response to it.
Have you,
He didn't let it get to him or anything. He just very plainly shot it down and
well,
criticized him for how immature it was to
well,
even.
here's the thing: when you're a married man, you don't go around saying things like "I get more pussy than you,"
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just kind of live your
that
fucking life
backfires
because you're a
tremendously.
married man. You've
because you
already done the
respect your
thing. You're
fucking
good.
wife.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
looking to fucking like that's not your goal, right? Your goal is not to quote unquote get pussy. There's almost it's like there's more to life than that. And you've already got like a partner whom you respect.
I've made the argument before. People act like people
Super
respect people respect men who sleep around a lot, and I think that's maybe less so than people think. I think
Yeah.
I think those guys are viewed a lot as being very immature. They're not grounded. They don't have like a they have like a lack of commitment. They have no
I think
ability
that's
to.
how they should be viewed. I think there are a lot of people
I
who
would certainly
hold
argue that.
in somewhat of a regard, and I think it's a poor decision too. But I think it does happen.
I think a lot of our media culture has kind of held it up as a virtue. But
I mean, in general, media has promoted this like sort of hookup culture we find ourselves in.
An unnecessary promiscuousness.
Yeah, no, like there's no need for it. There's nothing good that really comes from it. We're just told that something good comes from it, and then people do it. They feel empty, and they pretend as though it's just that they're not doing it right, and they need to do more of it.
I'll still need to go over this again because there's a lot of things that still need fixed on this. I think her arms are too skinny. Her hair needs readjusted, but I'll come back to that next time. In the meantime, let's kind of see the most of what it looks like.
Do you think it's bizarre for viewers when we go from like goofy jokes and redneck voices to just real shit?
I mean, if we had viewers, maybe.
Fair enough. Fair
When
enough.
they come in the art, when Laken gets real famous for his nudes going out, and they come back to these like videos, like they're gonna be like, "Wow, these guys are on to something."
John, you described my nightmare scenario.
What? With some of
Fucking
your
your
nudes
nudes
get
leak.
leaked?
Well, yeah, but that's why I don't take nudes.
Everyone Photoshop pictures of Laken with his cock out and send it to me.
That would probably be more flattering than a real nude.
I mean, yeah, people that are making deep fakes of a person would probably tend to be more generous with how they portray you.
All right.
Imagine.
I think I'm gonna call that there for the night. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I had a great time. We all had a blast.
It was a lovely event.
Join me
As
tomorrow.
always.
Join me tomorrow as I play more Undertale. Hopefully that still works.
I will leave you all off with a excuse me.
Thank you, Nick.
Couldn't have one without it.
I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great weekend. Later.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Do drugs.
Go to hell.